Some folks in the community have said they think the Board of Supervisors is delaying the process of implementing an ordinance. I'd like to hear your views on cannabis, what we need to be doing.
Cannabis is definitely integrated into the economic future of Nevada County because it's a part of the economic present of Nevada County. This is not an emerging industry. You know, I sit on the board of the Nevada City Chamber of Commerce, and we are all of us well aware of how integrated the cannabis economy is into the overall economy. So this is a very important industry for our community. And I think we have a population of people, the cannabis community is certainly ready and willing to comply with an ordinance that is reasonable. We have seen a lot of delay, and that's going to be detrimental. And I think it's really important that we get a reasonable ordinance so that our cannabis community can move out of the shadows, so it stops being the Wild West, so we can weed out the bad players, so that our sheriff's department can identify the people who aren't willing to do the right thing, and so that the people who are willing to do the right thing can get a business license, can have a business plan, can be a part of our integrated economy, can be taxed, can be regulated. All of that is really, really important to our future.
About you said delay. Do you think there has been a delay on the part of the supervisors?
Certainly, yeah. We have counties in California right now that have very clear ordinances where people who are doing business in the cannabis economy know what to do according to their local ordinances. I think we also see a number of pieces of state legislation that is currently trying to incorporate those local ordinances that are working. And we are, dragging our feet. And we might miss out on a number of economic opportunities because of it. This is hurting small business owners in our community.
I could imagine someone would argue, Measure W lost. Soup said they were going to do some type of process to put in a permanent ordinance. They did the small, group, summer of 16 immediately afterward. They put together the CAG. They put, 15, 16 people on it. 8 meetings turned into 10. I mean, is that a delay? Or is that a deep into the weeds, that's bad, isn't it? deep into the dirt attempt to make sure that every part of this community is involved in the process to get an ordinance? Is that really a delay?
That process ended almost 6 months ago. There were several pieces of recommendations that this group of 16 people came to a consensus on. That's almost mind-boggling because there were so many different factions, there were different perspectives on the CAG, on the Community Advisory Group, and there were things that they all agreed on. Those things could be implemented already. Particularly if they knew they were going to have to do an environmental impact report, well, why not do that parallel to the Community Advisory Group? Because all of that should have been informing policy in the first place. But it seems like every time we need to move forward, there's another setback. This has been an ongoing issue in our community for years, and we still don't have leadership on this. That's a problem.
Okay, the question I wanted to ask about cannabis. Some folks in the community have said they think the Board of Supervisors is delaying the process of implementing an ordinance. I'd like to hear your views on cannabis, what we need to be doing, and is there a delay?
No, there's actually no delay as to getting the permanent ordinance in place. What did happen is because of the permitting process that has to occur, and the fact that cannabis is not a recognized agricultural product, it kicks in a need for CEQA, or an environmental impact report. And that was basically, and I asked Brian Foster, our planning director, why does that kick in? He said, because cannabis has to be permitted and licensed. So that kicks in the CEQA requirement, which takes a long time. Now, we're gonna do a county-wide CEQA, which will take less time than if we required each individual grower to do their own EIR. And it will also save those growers money because the county's picking up the $358,000 cost for the EIR to be completed.